Europe is often known for its rich history, stunning architecture, and vibrant cultures. However, beneath the surface, some of its cities face serious challenges when it comes to crime and safety. From bustling capitals with organized crime networks to scenic tourist hubs plagued by pickpocketing and gang violence, certain cities struggle with high crime rates that can impact both residents and visitors. In this video, we're counting down the top 15 most dangerous cities in Europe in 2024, based on recent crime statistics, local reports, and insights into the unique challenges each city faces. Whether it's due to economic struggles, organized crime, or social issues, these cities have gained reputations for being hotspots for crime. Let's take a closer look at which European cities made the list and explore what makes them so dangerous. 15. Moscow, Russia. Moscow has long struggled with crime, ranging from organized crime syndicates to street-level violence and property crimes. Although certain areas have seen improvement, organized crime groups involved in drug trafficking and human trafficking still operate in the city. Moscow's economic disparities have contributed to petty crime, with theft and muggings common in crowded areas. The Russian government has made efforts to improve safety by increasing police presence and investing in surveillance technology. However, Moscow's crime issues are complex and deeply rooted, requiring broader social and economic reforms to achieve lasting reductions in crime. 14. Budapest, Hungary. Budapest, a popular tourist city, has seen increases in organized crime and petty theft in recent years. While violent crime remains relatively low, pickpocketing and scams are prevalent in areas like Vasy Street and the Castle District, which attract large numbers of visitors. Budapest also faces challenges related to corruption, which can hinder law enforcement efforts. Hungarian authorities have increased police patrols in tourist areas and launched campaigns to raise awareness among visitors. However, the presence of organized crime groups and occasional violent incidents continue to pose risks. Efforts to combat these issues include strengthening cross-border cooperation with other European countries to address the influence of transnational criminal networks. 13. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam, known for its liberal policies and thriving tourism industry, faces challenges related to organized crime, particularly in the realms of drug trafficking and money laundering. While the city is generally safe for residents and tourists, Amsterdam's red light district and nightlife areas have seen an increase in gang-related activities, with occasional violence linked to drug disputes. Pickpocketing and petty theft are also common in high-traffic tourist areas. The Dutch government has increased efforts to curb organized crime by improving surveillance and cracking down on illegal activities in certain districts. However, Amsterdam's status as a liberal city presents unique challenges for law enforcement as they strive to balance public safety with personal freedoms. 12. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon has relatively low violent crime rates compared to some cities on this list, but property crime remains a concern. As a major tourist destination, it's known for pickpocketing and theft, particularly in popular areas such as the Baixa district and the historic Alfama neighborhood. In recent years, economic challenges have also contributed to a rise in drug-related crimes in certain areas. The Portuguese government has focused on increasing police presence in tourist-heavy areas and implementing community outreach programs to prevent youth involvement in crime. Despite these measures, Lisbon's bustling tourism scene makes it a challenging environment to fully control petty crime. 11. Tirana, Albania. Tirana, Albania's capital, has seen growing crime rates tied to organized crime, particularly related to drug trafficking and smuggling. Albania is a transit country for narcotics entering Europe, and Tirana plays a central role in these activities. Additionally, the city faces challenges with petty crime, particularly in crowded marketplaces and tourist areas. While Tirana has made strides in recent years to improve its infrastructure and promote tourism, corruption within certain law enforcement sectors hinders effective crime management. The Albanian government has launched anti-corruption initiatives and strengthened international cooperation to combat organized crime, but the issues persist due to deep-rooted socioeconomic factors. 10. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona, a top tourist destination, struggles with high rates of pickpocketing, street theft, and burglary. The city's popularity with visitors makes it a prime target for criminals who prey on unsuspecting tourists. Areas such as Las Ramblas and the Gothic Quarter are particularly prone to pickpocketing. Additionally, Barcelona has seen a rise in violent crime, partly due to economic challenges and the presence of organized crime networks. Local authorities have increased police patrols in tourist-heavy areas and implemented public awareness campaigns to warn visitors of common scams. However, maintaining security in such a bustling city remains an ongoing challenge, with calls for further measures to protect both residents and tourists from crime. 9. Paris, France. Paris, often referred to as the City of Light, also has a darker side marked by high levels of petty crime, particularly in areas frequented by tourists. Pickpocketing and scams are common in districts like Montmartre, the Champs-Élysées, and near the Eiffel Tower. Additionally, certain suburbs of Paris, such as Saint-Denis, face higher rates of violent crime and social unrest due to economic disparities and limited social mobility. The French government has implemented security measures to address these issues, including deploying more police officers in high-risk areas and investing in community programs aimed at reducing youth crime. Despite these efforts, crime remains a concern in Paris, particularly as the city prepares for major events like the 2024 Olympics. 8. Rome, Italy. Rome, one of the world's most famous historical cities, faces a range of crime issues, including pickpocketing, scams, and organized crime. Tourists are often the primary targets of petty crime, particularly in popular areas like the Colosseum, Vatican City, and Termini Station. Additionally, Rome has issues with organized crime groups such as the Mafia, which are involved in drug trafficking and extortion. The Italian government has made efforts to reduce crime in Rome, particularly in tourist areas, through increased police presence and public awareness campaigns. However, organized crime remains a concern, and further efforts are needed to address the underlying social and economic factors that contribute to criminal activity. 7. Berlin, Germany. Berlin is known for its alternative culture and vibrant nightlife, but the city also faces issues related to organized crime, drug trafficking, and violent street crime. Neighborhoods such as Neukölln and Kreuzberg are known for higher crime rates, partly due to drug distribution networks and gang activities. Berlin's status as a major European city attracts a diverse population, including vulnerable migrants who may be at risk of exploitation by criminal organizations. The German government has implemented measures to address crime in Berlin, such as increasing police visibility and enhancing cooperation with local communities. However, the city's complex social landscape and economic disparities pose ongoing challenges, requiring a balanced approach that addresses both security and social integration. 6. Stockholm, Sweden. Stockholm has experienced a surge in violent crime in recent years, particularly related to gang violence and shootings. This rise in crime has been attributed to conflicts between rival criminal networks involved in drug trafficking and other illegal activities. While Stockholm has long been considered one of Europe's safer cities, the increasing gang-related violence, especially in suburbs like Rinkeby and Tensta, has raised concerns. Sweden's government has responded with a range of measures, including tougher sentencing laws for gang-related offenses and increased police resources in high-crime areas. Despite these efforts, Stockholm's gang problem remains a pressing issue, and authorities are exploring additional strategies, such as community engagement and social programs, to prevent youth from joining gangs. 5. Brussels, Belgium. Brussels faces unique security challenges as both the capital of Belgium and a significant European hub for international organizations. While the city is known for its political institutions, Brussels also has high rates of property crime, particularly pickpocketing and theft in crowded areas. Additionally, the city has struggled with issues related to radicalization and extremism, which have occasionally resulted in heightened security concerns. Areas like Molenbeek have become infamous due to their associations with radical networks, although the majority of residents are law-abiding citizens. The Belgian government has worked to improve security in Brussels by increasing police presence and implementing counter-terrorism measures. However, social integration programs and community outreach initiatives are also crucial to addressing the root causes of crime and radicalization. The city's challenges highlight the need for a multifaceted approach that balances security measures with social cohesion efforts. 4. Athens, Greece. Athens has experienced rising crime rates in recent years, with issues related to property crime, drug trafficking, and social unrest. Economic challenges, particularly following Greece's financial crisis, have left certain neighborhoods struggling with poverty and high unemployment, creating an environment where crime can thrive. Areas such as Exarchia, known for its anti-establishment and anarchist communities, have become hotspots for violent protests and clashes with law enforcement, adding to the city's complex security situation. Additionally, property crimes such as pickpocketing and burglary are prevalent, particularly in tourist-heavy areas like Monastiraki and Omonia. The Greek government has implemented measures to improve security in Athens, including increased police patrols and targeted actions against organized crime. However, long-standing social issues remain, requiring policies that address economic development, employment opportunities, and community support to achieve sustained improvements in safety. 3. Naples, Italy. Naples, a city with a vibrant history and rich cultural heritage, is also well known for its organized crime, primarily due to the Camorra, one of Italy's most infamous crime syndicates. The Camorra has a deep-rooted influence in Naples, engaging in a wide range of illegal activities, from drug trafficking to extortion and money laundering. Certain neighborhoods, particularly the Spanish Quarters and Scampia, are notorious for their high levels of gang-related violence and drug dealing. While Naples has made progress in recent years to reduce crime and promote tourism, challenges remain due to the entrenched influence of organized crime and high levels of youth unemployment. The Italian government has increased its police presence in high-risk areas, and local initiatives are focused on creating job opportunities and community programs aimed at steering young people away from gang involvement. Despite these efforts, crime continues to be a significant concern in Naples, with the need for further comprehensive reforms to tackle its roots. 2. Marseille, France. Known for its Mediterranean charm and historical port, Marseille also has a long-standing reputation for crime, especially related to gang violence and drug trafficking. Marseille's position as a significant port city has made it a gateway for drug trafficking into Europe, fueling organized crime networks. The city's northern districts, including areas like La Castellane, are particularly affected by gang violence, often driven by fierce competition over drug distribution territories. In addition to violent crime, Marseille struggles with poverty and high unemployment rates, which exacerbate criminal activities and social tension. The French government has initiated numerous security operations to combat organized crime in Marseille, involving substantial police presence and intelligence gathering efforts. However, while these have helped to address the immediate issues, there are persistent calls for investment in social programs, job creation, and educational opportunities to provide long-term solutions. 1. London, United Kingdom. London faces considerable challenges with violent crime, specifically knife attacks, gang violence, and muggings. As one of Europe's most populous and diverse cities, London's economic disparities, high cost of living, and complex social issues foster areas of heightened crime. Boroughs such as Croydon, Newham, and Hackney are particularly affected by violent incidents involving youth gangs and organized crime groups. This is partly fueled by factors like economic inequality and a lack of social mobility, which drives some young people towards gang involvement. The city's extensive public transport network and its popularity as a tourist destination also contribute to high rates of petty theft and robbery, making London both complex to police and challenging to safeguard. The Metropolitan Police have implemented initiatives such as Operation Sceptre to reduce knife crime, alongside efforts to engage with at-risk youth and address underlying socio-economic issues. While these interventions have shown some success, the scale of London's problems requires comprehensive, community-focused solutions to create meaningful change in crime levels.